You rearranged the furniture, Jill.
Yeah.
Nope, I just got at a different angle today. I was tired of hitting my lamp. So the downside is if anybody comes into the kitchen, we'll probably see them, but that's
okay. You didn't want to feel bright today then, eh?
Well, it's bright enough out there.
Yeah, well, hitting the lamp, you didn't want to feel bright.
Now, guys, if you hadn't heard, I know you had all received an email, but just a heads up that there is no class on Thursday.
Right.
What are you doing? Taking a day off?
It is my little nephew's birthday.
Oh.
In Alberta. So I'm going to go drive and spend a couple days with them.
And how old are you?
2.
Oh.
Remember.
You're going to have a great time. And you'll come back really, really tired.
Probably. Yeah. It'll be great.
So that's good.
So you guys are more than welcome to access the recorded videos on the BC Lung website or do your own thing. I would strongly encourage you to still get some activity on Thursday because that's great for you. And speaking of getting some activity, let's get started.
Okay.
So a quick look around you for any hazards. You don't want to be stepping or tripping over anything. We will be using a stretchy band and a weight today if you have access to those. No worries if not. Remember, at any point, if you feel like you need to rest, your breathing is getting out of control, you feel like your heart's beating fast, you feel shaky, feel free to just put your hands on your thighs, lean forward to open up those airways. This is your recovery position.
Back straight.
And then there is your recovery breathing, which is doing your best to take slower, steadier breaths, breathing out through pursed lips, especially if you've got COPD. All right. All right, gang. Take your hands and we're reaching one arm across to the opposite shoulder as if you're going to pat yourself on the back. Now, for all of you here with me today, I do want to remind you that pain is not good. So things getting tired or a little bit sore the next day, that's normal, but things shouldn't hurt, and they shouldn't hurt during the exercise. So if you feel like an exercise is hurting, I know it's tough with a big group, but please say something because you never know. Someone else might also be having, you know, a sore, hurting shoulder or a lower back throughout some of the exercises. And I'm so happy to tell you how to make it not hurt and still get some exercise benefit. That's what I'm here for, okay?
Okay.
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 Take that arm and move it behind your back, nice and slow. So even if you only touch it to your hip, it just depends how tight that shoulder is. So either to the hip or behind, either to the hip or behind. One way and then the other way. And then just another reminder, guys, because I haven't said it in a couple weeks, is that yes, I greatly enjoy having you participate in some discussion and learning and asking questions, but just remember that every sound on your end is audible to all of us. So if a phone rings, if someone walks into the room and starts having a conversation with you, even if it's a whisper, we can hear it all.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. If you start working too hard and start cursing under your breath, we can hear it. Now take your feet, step your heel forward and back, step your heel forward and back. Remembering to monitor your own intensity. And keep up that steady breathing pattern, even as we start working more and more.
I was thinking we get to see so many interesting things about your life by seeing where you are in your house.
I know that's the embarrassing thing, Karen.
But actually, the stand where your TV is, we used to have a dining room buffet and hutch just like that. So it's identical at the bottom, but we had a hutch on top with my china.
Oh, neat.
So I feel at home there.
That's brilliant. And I've got to be honest with you, Karen, that's the embarrassing part, is that everything that has ever gotten complimented on in this room, whether from someone being in this class or other classes, none of it belongs to me. None of it is mine. None of it I set up. Everything that is kind of fitness related or board games, those are all mine. I have all the fun things. I don't have any of the nice looking things.
I'm going to turn off my sound because my husband is drilling in the attic.
Okay, leg out to the side, guys. Leg out to the side and back. Leg out to the side and back.
And I have to thank you.
Confined to the attic.
There's two different voices there.
Cheers.
What is my husband doing in the attic? I have no idea.
Why is he confined there? Did you send him there?
I don't think he's confined up there, Clancy. I think he's free to come and go.
I just wanted to see how alert she was.
Jill, I wanted to thank you for your online classes. I couldn't attend last week because I was out of town, but I did go and catch the online. So thank you very much.
That's awesome.
Nice going.
Good, and good on you for still doing your exercises.
Well, when you're celebrating your husband's 90th birthday, you have to do something to.
That's right. Push your arms forward and back. What a way to celebrate. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I love it.
90 years old. That's quite a goal, eh?
It is, isn't it? He still rides an e-bike and walks between 1 and 3 miles a day.
Good for him.
Good for him. Wow. I'm really impressed.
I am too. And
I got half a kilometer.
Pardon
So
me?
I'm really impressed with his walking.
I am too. He says he's like that because of all the good food I give him.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking he was working hard to keep up with you.
I wish I could keep up with him.
How long have you two known each other?
Since I was 14.
Oh my goodness.
And I've been married for 68 years.
Wow.
Reach across,
That's fantastic.
reach across your body. That's amazing.
Good for you.
And we have 6 children, 11 grandchildren, no, 7 grandchildren, and 11, almost 12 great-grandchildren.
Oh my goodness.
Holy smokes, that's sure busy.
And they all live up in the interior.
Oh, do you
Oh,
ever get together?
good. That sure is lucky.
Yeah, that's where I'm going, and that's where I was.
So what's the secret of that long marriage?
All those kids.
You know, be interesting and be interested.
There you go. That's awesome. That's a great saying.
Yeah, boy.
And if anyone didn't hear that, it's to be interesting and
To be not interesting.
There we go.
I hadn't heard that one before. That sounds pretty good. Thank you.
It's mine. I made that one up because that's my motto.
I love it. Rest there, gang. Oh, that's awesome. Now bring your feet in front of you, not with straight legs, but so that your feet are underneath you. They're in front. And now I want you to pull one leg back as far as you feel comfortable, pulling it underneath the chair and then push your leg back out. Pull one foot underneath as far as it'll go. You might have to lift up that heel and then push it back out. Pull that foot underneath your chair as far as it'll go and then bring it back. Now, a couple things to be cautious of, gang, is if you have got a Baker's cyst, meaning a fluid buildup in the back of your knee that does not like a lot of bending, then just go to about 90 degrees and then push your foot back out. Same thing, if your knee doesn't like that range of motion for any reason, we'll just pull that foot till it's just underneath you and then push it back out. Otherwise, you're pulling it as far back as it'll go without pain and back.
So behind the knee, you call it a Baker's cyst?
Yeah, so some people, if sometimes get a little bit of fluid built up, some swelling in the back of their knee. And when that happens, they call it a Baker's cyst. And it happens for a variety of reasons. I developed one after my knee injury, and that was just from all the swelling that was happening around the knee, and it filled up that little pocket at the back. And since then it's gone down for sure. But it just happens sometimes. But when it does happen, it gets a little bit irritated if we do a lot of aggressive bending of the knee. There, has anyone found they've been able to get their foot a little bit further back after doing a few?
Yes.
There we go.
I got really sore behind my knee last year. It was the same, and it's when I changed shoes, and there's only about a quarter of an inch, half an inch difference in the heel. Boy, it could take me weeks before that goes away.
When it's a lower heel or higher heel?
Let me see here. I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at it now. But I know that it's sure, my winter shoes, I think, are the higher ones.
Yeah, lift up one arm, gang, and the opposite knee. Hold, 2, 3, down, and switch. Up, hold, 2, 3, down, and switch. So your winter shoes are higher, Clancy, and it's
yes, they are. And it's surprising how much it hurts, and how long when you change.
When you change into your spring shoes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's probably coming from your calf. That's that lower leg at the back of your lower leg, which does cross over your knee joint. And what happens, keep lifting and holding, gang. What happens in a higher shoe is it lifts up the heel, which shortens the calf muscle.
Right.
And now it's been short and exercising in that short position in those higher shoes for a couple months. And now all of a sudden you're dropping that heel down. It's now getting stretched and being told to work hard in a stretched position.
It's like the old days with high heels coming in from work.
Oh yeah, those high heels are really tough on most people's calves and ankles.
So if I stretch, you can give us some calf stretches, and it might get me to comfort sooner, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, gang, I know you were all exercising while I was talking, so rest there. Well done. All right, now seated up nice and tall, let's start pumping those arms. And the goal here is to tighten up your glutes and keep your arms moving while your hips and torso stay still. So keep up your breathing, gang. Remember, if you just need to rest every couple of seconds, if you need to just slowly move one arm at a time, this is all about you and your health and where you are at. So you decide what intensity you go at. And remember, our motto is challenging yet doable. So keep up that breathing pattern, doing your best to breathe steady. We're going to go for about 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, gang. All right, we're going to do a couple cardio bursts today. So meaning we're going to get that heart rate up. We're going to challenge our breathing with little rests in between. So a couple of things to note is that you want to be able to say a couple of words while working hard, but you shouldn't be able to say a complete sentence, and you shouldn't be able to sing. That makes sense? So that's a way to gauge intensity. If you're working so hard that you can't even say a couple of words, you're working too hard. If you're able to just talk nonstop, you're not working hard enough. And when I say you shouldn't be able to sing, well, singing takes up a lot of lung capacity. So if you're able to sing, boy, you're not working hard enough either. Okay, does everyone kind of understand where they're going to try to get?
Yep.
Perfect. So based off of that, think to yourself, okay, I should be able to say a couple of words. Okay, but I shouldn't be able to say 2 complete sentences without needing to take a couple of breaths. Okay? Whew.
Well, how do fellows who play the bagpipes in parades even survive then?
Well, they train for it. They train for it. So if any of you have been a professional bagpipe player, or not even professional, just a go hard bagpipe or tuba, you're at an advantage. Now march. So again, this isn't a competition with anybody. You are trying to work hard enough that you can't talk nonstop, but you should also be able to still say a couple of words because we still have some air left. So when I ask questions like, how's everybody doing?
Great.
I'm not gonna
I'm
tell
doing
you.
okay.
Okay.
You're trying to keep me quiet, aren't you, Jill?
See, I don't think Terry's working hard enough.
Today he's working too hard, Jill.
I'm just teasing.
What you're doing today.
I'm just teasing. So that was, we passed the halfway mark. Oops, I missed it. Because at the halfway mark, that's your chance to stop early because some of you need a longer rest and shorter work time right now, and we will build it up over the next couple of weeks. Some of you need a longer work time and shorter rest time because you've built it up over a couple of weeks. Everybody's a bit different. And rest. Now, if you're somebody who needs to keep up a little bit of light movement to gain your energy back, you go for it. Otherwise, I want you to focus on your recovery breathing. And remember, when you get out of breath because you've been working hard, that recovery breathing might be a bit quicker. It might look more like until you get that breath back. And then you can start taking those slower breaths, okay? Now, our next exercise, gang, is we're gonna be reaching one hand up at a time and go. So remember, if you're feeling really good, doesn't feel like much, then feel free to also step a foot forward at the same time. Remember, the more limbs that are moving, the more oxygen you need. So do what's best for you today. Find that balance of challenging and doable. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm looking at a beautiful day outside. Holy smokes, is that nice to see.
Lots of sun here.
Oh, good.
We're being threatened by sunshine, but mostly clouds here in Surrey.
Yeah. Mostly cloudy.
I don't think that's how I would put it.
That's the way she put it, all right.
Please don't send them down here. We're getting the sunshine.
And rest.
She was threatened by sunshine.
That was a good way to put it. Now make sure
I can say sunshine,
catch your breath.
sunshine alert.
Full sunshine and 15 here.
We all run to the window to look.
Oh, that's great.
When you ask the sunshine, it come out. It comes out here in Surrey.
Oh, nice. Okay, gang, take those arms and we're gonna roll them over top of one another and go, 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 go. So again, I'll just say a couple words.
Hi, how are you?
There we go. Halfway, I'm gonna make you change directions. That should be interesting.
Nope.
Go, 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 go. And switch directions. Remember, you shouldn't be able to talk nonstop here, but you should be able to answer when I go, how are we doing?
Fine.
Doing okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. So we're past the halfway mark. Couple more seconds. Remember to go at your own pace and intensity and rest. And remember to say halfway, because again, some of you need that longer rest period. So just go to the halfway point and then rest for longer. I'll get better at it, I promise.
Kind of a new field for you, Jill.
You feel for me?
A new field, having so many people with such variations.
Oh, it's great. It keeps things interesting.
Yes.
It's really, really great. Now remember, you can be seated or standing. I'm going to turn my chair to the side a little bit because our next one, either hands across or on your hips, if that feels better for your breathing. And I just want you getting your feet wide and you're bending forward at the hips and back. Forward at the hips and back. So you should be pulling through those glutes. I don't want to see any round backs. I just want straight backs. Push through your hips and back. Push through your hips. Pull your glutes. Pull your glutes to pull yourself up. There we go. Remember, you could do this standing where you're just pushing your bum behind you and up. Whatever feels best for you, gang. Remember, you're in control of the range of motion. Keep up that breathing. There we go. Remember, we should have straight backs. You shouldn't feel pain in your lower back. And rest. There we go, team. Now you guys are going to need, actually not yet. Not yet. You need nothing yet, except maybe some water. Water is always good. So we're going to do 2 more cardio bursts, gang, and then we're going to focus a little bit more on your strength. How does that sound?
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, so our next one, gang, is you're gonna pull your arms apart and then together. Now remember, if that's sore on the shoulder, feel free just to bend at the elbow. And if that's not doing enough to get your heart rate up, you're welcome to march at the same time. Okay, whatever feels best for you, and go. So you pull those arms apart and back. There we go. So maintain that breathing. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Good.
There we go. That was a couple words less than last round.
Very great. Very greatest.
See, and you're all working hard enough that none of you are going, wow, Jill, this is just the greatest thing ever. I'm feeling alive and amazing. Oh, there.
You know,
I do this exercise, Jill. When I do this exercise, my neck gets sore.
Does it? So bring your arms, bring your arms down.
Okay.
Yeah. And rest. Yeah, and that goes with any of our arm exercises because often we pull the band apart too. And I'll try to keep reminding you guys, but the higher up you hold your arms, the more your shoulders want to kick in, which makes your neck tired.
Yeah.
If you find your neck gets tired, then just think about keeping your arms down lower.
Okay.
And that'll help for sure.
Thanks.
Of course. Okay, gang, the last one we're going to do is we're going to get our feet bouncing. So you've got two options here. You're either just lifting and lowering your heels, okay? Or you're actually kind of bouncing them up and down. Kind of like a seated jump. Ready and go. So just get your feet kind of bouncing. You're either just lifting your heels up and down, or you're bringing them up to bounce those feet. That'll get that heart rate going. There we go. Has everyone got that? Yep. A bit of a different one today. There we go, almost there. We've got 10 seconds left. You're doing wonderful.
My legs just pretend they're hyperactive.
That's right. Energizer bunny. Activate. And relax. Well done, gang. Make sure you get some water. Brilliant job, everybody. Okay. All right, team. Now we're going to do something a bit different today. And it all depends, what you're going to do all depends on how confident you are in your balance today. And it depends on your knees. Okay? So if you are going to stay seated, then what I want you to do is to get into your pushing your feet into the ground and then relax. So push your feet into the ground and relax, right? That's where we're tensing our leg muscles up hard and then relaxing them, okay? Now, if you are comfortable standing with balance support, I'm gonna get you to stand up here. I will turn my chair sideways, see, because I want you hanging on to balance support. And then all you're going to do is step one foot back. You're going to keep it there, and we're going to bend down just to wherever you're comfortable. The lower you go, the more work those muscles have, but the harder it can be on your knees. So just down and up. Now, as we come up, that's really where you want to tighten up those glutes. And let's aim to do 10 per leg. So I've got my balance support. I've got one foot in front of the other. My back heel is lifted off the ground, down and up. Holy smokes, gang. We're getting intense today. And as Terry would say, we're not even camping.
That's right. I'm in a house. Come on.
That went over my head for a minute.
Sometimes you just have to take control of a joke before it gets you.
I took you as a straight man, but you're anything but, Jill.
Now we're switching which foot is forward, team. Again, you've got that balance support. Bend those knees slightly and up, tightening those glutes. Down and up. Remember, you're in control of how far you go. There we go. Great job, team. Just 2 more here. And if you've already done lots for you, I see some of you resting, which is good. You're listening to your bodies. And have a rest. Great job, team. Super great. Now you need your band. Oh, where did I put my band? All right, now with that band, we're going to put it around your back. All right, now we're pushing our arms out in front of us and lifting up one knee. So let's push those arms out and lift a knee and then back slow. Push those arms out, lift up a knee and back slow. There we go. Push your arms out in front, lift up a knee, and back. There we go. Push and back. Push and back.
Okay, try.
There we go, gang. That looks awesome. And we're going to do one last one. And rest. Nice work, everybody. We're looking good. Good and strong. Now take that band out from behind your back. You can put it to the side. And now if you are using a weight today, you're going to grab your weight. Perfect.
Don't use a weight. Is there an alternative to use a band for this exercise?
Yes. Yep, I'll show you how to use a band. Otherwise, you can always use 1 or 2 soup cans. Totally up to you, but I'll show you what to do with the band instead. So with a weight, gang, right in front of you, And again, you can do this standing or you can do it seated. I just want you keeping that core strong. So that means tightening up your belly. And we're just gonna move the weight to the side without twisting. Just the weight moves and then back. Just the weight moves and back. Just the weight to the side and back. So you have to go slow and really pay attention to the rest of your body. The rest of your body stays nice and still. Now, if you are using a band, then all I want you to do is to keep those, the band right in front of you, and one arm pulls and then back. Then the other arm pulls and then back. And if that's sore on your shoulder, then slight pull, rotate just that little bit and back. Okay. But again, keep that bottom half, hips down, super, super still. Okay. Has everyone got that? You're able to keep those glutes tight, your core tight, and get a weight moving? There we go. Keep up your breathing. And rest. Well done, everybody. Because that's a challenging one, especially if you're really focused on everything else staying still. So great work, team. Woo! All right. Now, the last one we're going to do before I get you to repeat everything is you're going to hold the weight in one hand. And if you've got a band, then just put the band underneath your feet so you're holding it on one side of your body. And there should be a little bit of tension at that point. Now, really slowly, everyone's got to pay close attention to this one. Chest is up tall, and super, super slowly, we're going to bend to the side just to where you are comfortable with. And then really slowly pull yourself back up. So again, slowly, slowly leaning to the side and then pull yourself back up. There we go, team. So you should be keeping that core tight. Here we go. Good. Remember, if anyone's got a sore back, you need to let me know right away. Last one here. And switch sides. Good. How's everybody feeling so far?
Good.
Awesome. Can everyone feel that tightening around their belly?
Yeah.
Perfect. There we go, gang. Down and up. Good. Down and slowly come up. So remember, go slow. Pay attention to your body here, and going slow is actually harder to do than going fast. There we go. Just 2 more on this side. And last one, nice and slow. Woo! There we go, team. Now, if you need to stop for a rest and recover, you do that. You're doing great. And for those of you that are feeling still pretty energetic, you're good to keep going. Well, grab a sip of water, and then we are either seated, clenching our leg muscles and then relaxing, or we're standing up with our hands on some balance support, doing some knee bends. So again, it's standing, balance support, and one leg is back, the other is forward, and it's just down to wherever you are comfortable with and up. That down where you're comfortable with and up, making sure to tighten up those glute muscles to do the work. There we go, team. So remember, the goal is 10 per leg. You can do less if that's what your body needs. And if you're seated, you can be just tightening up those legs and relaxing. Now, gang, consciously focusing on tightening those glute muscles helps take pressure off of your knees, right? So if you get your hips back slightly, kind of press more through your heel and tighten your glutes to come up. So my hips go back a little bit. That takes pressure off of your knees. Now I'm sure this has been 10 on this leg. I'm going to switch. There we go. Excellent job, gang. Remember to maintain your breathing pattern. Challenging thing to do when we're focused on different things. There we go. That looks awesome, guys. And resting there. Perfect. So now you've got your stretchy band. And we're putting it around your back. Pardon? Oh, that wasn't for me. All right, so we've got the band wrapped around the hand. And now we're pushing our hands out in front and lifting up a knee if you can. And then back, nice and slow. And push and lift. And down. Push and lift. And down. Push your hands out in front. Lift. And down. There we go. And keep up that breathing pattern, especially breathing out as you push those arms out in front. Remember, the more limbs moving at once, the more oxygen you need. So if you're having a tricky time breathing today, less limbs moving is better. And rest.
I don't know, Jill, I think we're ending up in a trance.
What's that?
So I think we're ending up in a trance.
Everybody's in a trance?
I don't know, maybe.
Because it's quiet, isn't it?
Nice. We're working.
I think everyone's focused on all the different things that they're trying to get fired up, and they're focused on their intensity.
Okay.
Jim's a little bit spooked. He's going, is everybody still here with me? Jim, listen to my voice.
That's what I was doing.
Are you telling me my voice is putting you to sleep?
I was fading away.
All right, well, time to keep it working there, mister. Okay, guys, put that band to the side, and we've got that weight in our hands.
Yeah.
And remembering, if you've got just your band, then you can just hold it and turn, but keep everything tight. And slowly move your weight to the side and back. Slowly move your weight to the side and back. And you're really focused on everything, hips below, on staying tight and non-moving. There you go. Maintain your breathing pattern. Excellent job, gang. And focus on those glutes staying tight. That belly is tight. And we're slowly moving that weight with control. That's so good for your core. There we go. Keep up that breathing. Jim, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. If you hear me snoring, you know you got me.
Oh boy, oh boy. I think we needed more cardio today then, Jim.
I was just going to say that, Jim. Don't say that.
I was outside in the sun this morning. I want to go back.
She'll think we want to work hard.
There you go. And rest there, team.
She'll think we need more work, Jim. We need to keep you quiet.
That's right.
I was up the creek putting the irrigation system together this morning. So.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's why you're a bit sleepy.
Well, I could be.
Now let's get that weight in one hand, guys. Again, if you've got a stretchy band, just put it underneath your feet so that you're holding it on one side of your body with some.
I'll show you why I want to be outside.
Well, yeah, it's beautiful out there.
It is.
My goodness. That's gorgeous. Now, super, super slow, guys. Leaning to one side and pulling yourself back up. Leaning to one side, pull yourself back up. Keep up your breathing pattern. There you go. And just go to a range you're comfortable with. Remember, the slower you go, the better. And it's more challenging. And if we don't slow down, I'm going to start counting. There we go. Because if we go too fast, then you can't actually pay attention to that core tightening up. Okay?
If you're not counting sheep, I guess we're all right.
Switch arms.
Gotcha.
All right, gang, bending to the other side, nice and slow. And if you feel really good, right? There's nothing wrong with bending. Just go slow at it.
You sure you can get back up?
That's right. That is the key. But then you won't be sleeping. There, we're going slow so that you can really concentrate on tightening up that core. Like someone's about to slap you in the belly. Gotta tighten up. There we go. And I've lost count, but I think we have just one more. To the side. And relax. There we go, team. You've made it to stretch time. Woo. There's the excitement and enthusiasm we've needed all class. But it's done. Woo!
Jill, can I ask you a question?
You sure can.
I'm trying to do some raking outside. And my lower back muscles from about the mid back right down the sides just get so tense.
Yeah.
And so painful, I have to quit. I mean, I have to stop and just stretch and stretch and stretch and rest. And then I start again and the same thing starts up again. So is there anything I can do to help prevent that?
Stretches.
Hire the kid down the street.
Yeah, hire the kid down the street.
Yeah.
There isn't any.
All right, gang.
I asked Jill the question.
So the first thing is a bit of a warm up. So what we have to realize, guys, is bending over and then twisting is the most amount of force that can go through our spine. That's one of the most challenging movements. So if you just start with your hands on your chair and you slowly rock back and forwards, that starts warming up the lower back in a bent over position. But because our hands are supported, it's without any stress on the back. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do about 20 of these.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to try them right now, this is the first, well, not the first, but one of the key exercises we give out to people with lower back pain.
Good.
Yeah. So this is a great way to get that back warmed up and feeling good. And that's the thing, only go as far back as it feels relieving. So don't be trying to push until you get a big stretch. No, we're just warming it up. Okay. Now, for those of you not doing a back exercise, let's start stretching out the arms. So pull up that elbow and gently push it back. Now, after you've warmed up that back for raking, so that should really help. And same with the strengthening exercises we've been doing. But when you go to rake, you usually have one foot in front of the other, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so be aware of that. And pull the rake towards you. Does that make sense? And not from too far away. So the further out I have to stretch, the more that lower back is being pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And same with sweeping, it's best to pull it towards you, because right towards you, underneath you is where you've got the least amount of strain versus raking away.
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure you get those hips back. So even try that position right here. Okay, 1 foot in front, my hips are back a little bit. So now you can feel a little bit more in your hips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. How does that feel, Janet?
It feels good. It feels good.
Yeah.
Very helpful. Thanks, Jill.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to try that today.
Yeah, and make sure you do that little warm up beforehand.
Okay.
Because otherwise that's a big activity, right?
Right.
Well, you could rake the grass for everybody.
You should see how much I have to do for myself. Never mind.
Okay.
I think it would help if you had a set start and finish time for it. Because like we're inclined to keep pushing, and I'll just do a little more until we're hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. We're more focused on getting the job done rather than building it up.
But the pain makes me quit.
Yeah. You're doing it the same way I am and my friends are.
That's not fun at all.
Maybe like, I can't say, well, work for 15 minutes and stop, I ignore it. But if you sectioned a part of your yard, that's how much you would do.
Stretch a leg out, guys. Reach
that might help limit the damage.
Mm.
Doris, did you put a hand up?
No, I'm done. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Nice work.
Thank you.
Switch legs, gang. Stretch that leg out in front. Perfect. And that little bit of stretching after exercise, guys, is super, super important, even just for helping your heart rate and breathing come down in a bit of a cool down. But you're also getting some stretches, so it's a double win. All right, you can slowly come up, and you can either drop that one leg back behind you underneath the chair, or just turn sideways, whatever feels best for you. Focus on that slower, deeper breathing. And turn, either turn the other way or just switch legs. And relax there, gang. All right, just either put a hand on your belly. We're going to take 2 deep breaths in, or if you'd like, you can slowly lift your arms up as you inhale. But let's fill up that belly. Breathe in, nice and slow and steady. Then pause, and then slowly breathe out through pursed lips. And we're going to do that one more time. Deep breath in, nice and steady. Pause and breathe out through pursed lips. And shake it out. Awesome job, everybody.
Great teaching.
Fantastic work today.
Thank you.
Much for well done.
See you next month.